I feel like I have like 5 videos with me wearing this sweater, but it's just that this is the sweater that I wear when I'm at home. It's one of my favorites. It's just really loose and stuff, so I wear it all the time. And I today I'm not wearing makeup. I wear my glasses because I have an eye allergy going on, so I didn't do my hair. So today is just one of those days that I just don't want to get ready, and I'm just wearing my favorite sweatshirt. So let's get on to the video. Hi, what's up? My name is Sophia. Hi, welcome to my channel. I like to talk about shows, especially rants and reviews and just complaining about shows, because I like to complain about the things that they do wrong, especially if they are my favorite shows. So here I am with another one of them, and as you can see from the title is Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf was one of my favorite shows alongside with Pretty Little Liars when I was 15. Yeah, so I really have a lot of feelings about this show because I was rooting for it and it definitely disappointed me. So I'm here to express my opinion. So yeah, consider to subscribe if you like shows like I do, and follow me on my social media for more of me. Teen Wolf. I don't really know how to explain what Teen Wolf is about. It's kind of like this guy, Scott. It's kind of like Harry Potter, The Vampire Diaries, Twilight. It's about this guy, that follows along with his adventure of being a werewolf. Just like, Harry Potter. It's the same old formula. And he gets bitten by a werewolf, obviously. And he turns into a werewolf, and that's it. He goes to high school and he has trying to keep the secret, but then also, dealing with the whole situation, just everything gets complicated afterwards. Just your typical teen show about supernatural creatures. Nothing special. But Teen Wolf was definitely, in my opinion, a little bit different because it was kind of lighthearted, I guess. It wasn't too serious, and I think that's why I personally enjoyed the show a lot. So I first want to talk about the show, like how it went wrong or why for me it kind of fell off. I feel like Teen Wolf was great the first 3 seasons of the show, and after that I feel like they kind of lost their path, or like lost where they were going for. And I feel like that happens a lot with teen shows. Like they have a great premises and a great plot, but after that it's just repetitive and they sort of do the same thing all over again, or something happens, something seriously happens after season 3 with many shows, because most of them are really bad after season 3 and they're never the same. So I feel like it just went downhill season 4 and after. Touching a little bit about the characters, we have a Scott, which is your typical main character no one really cares about. He's the one that the story is about, the show is about him, but he's just not necessarily why people watch the show. I didn't watch the show because of Scott or anything. He was just, okay, yeah, the main character, that's it. You don't necessarily hate him, but he's also not like that interesting, And then we have the Styles, which is your typical best friend of the main character that everybody loves and cares about. Basically a scene stealer. Everybody cares about Styles. Styles is my favorite character. What a basic bitch, but it's true. It's most people's favorite character because he's just relatable and he's one of the only humans in the show. Like his whole deal is basically being human and just he never takes things seriously, and I think that's just why everybody loves him. Going off of that, most people like Styles more than they like Scott. It also has something to do with the actors. Everybody had a huge crush on Dylan O'Brien, me included, but everybody had a huge crush on Dylan O'Brien. Doesn't mean that Tyler Posey wasn't hot, because he's fucking hot. Like, I recently saw a picture of him and I was like, whoa, is that Scott? Like, he is fucking hot. But yeah, everybody was more into Styles, I guess, and maybe that has something to do with him being a white dude, the white boy of the month. Styles being the fans' favorite, obviously fans want more of him, and the show wants to give us what we want. I hate when shows do this. I understand shows wants to give fans what they want and they want to please fans, and that's totally okay, but it's about the execution, the way they do things is what kind of kills the show when they do what fans want them to do. You know, at the end of the day, as much as yes, fans are the ones that are gonna watch the show, at the end of the day, the producer, the writer, they're like the big person, the one that have to make the big choices. If you want to give fans what they want, do it, but in a way that is natural and not 100% forced, which I feel like that's what happens. I feel like in later seasons, they noticed definitely that Styles is the fans' favorite, so they started giving Styles more like presence, more scenes, more screen time, which is fine. You know, I obviously wanted more Styles, but you have to make it make sense. You know, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's like the show is all about Scott. Styles is just a psychic. We all love a psychic, but a psychic is a psychic. You know, as much as you love the psychic more than you love the main character, it's a psychic. You can't create a show about a psychic character. In this clip, I'm definitely grown. You can definitely make a show about a psychic. I mean, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and the Falcon, they're getting a show together in Disney Plus, so you can definitely make that happen. My thing is that the show follows Scott. The show is Teen Wolf. It's about a teen wolf, which is Scott, not about Styles, a human that is best friends with Scott. If you make like a for Captain America movie, Chris Evans being Captain America, and you make it about Bucky. I obviously love Bucky more than I love Steve. I don't really like Steve, but the movie it's called Captain America. Even Captain America the Winter Soldier, like the story follows Captain America. See my point? Do you see it? Something that definitely happened in the later seasons. I feel like they did do a great job in season 3 when giving Dylan O'Brien more screen time with the whole thing of Boyd style. That was a great way to do it, but in later seasons I feel like it was just, he's a human. There's not much that you can do with him in a show that is about a teen wolf, werewolves. So the rest of the characters, we have Lydia. I liked her better in the first 2 seasons of the show. I never really cared about her character arc, her storyline of her being a banshee. To this day I don't exactly know what a banshee is, but I never really cared for her, and I think the only reason why I liked her is because she was a mean girl in the first few episodes, and like I mentioned in other videos, mean girls are usually my favorite characters for some reason. In season 3 and on, they did kind of like a 180 out of nowhere, and they made her nice, just like Alison De Laurentiis. And maybe that has something to do with her being a banshee and the fact that, you know, her only 2 friends were gone, Jackson and Allison. They were gone. You know, she had to hang out with Styles and Scott, but Allison, she was boring, like just plain boring. I feel like the only thing interesting about her was the fact that she is from a family of hunters. Aside from that, she was boring as hell. Derek, I wish he stayed longer. Every episode I was hoping for him to be there, and every time he was there I was just happy, and I knew that it was gonna be a great episode. I liked him more in the earlier seasons when he was like mean to Styles and he just didn't really care for Scott, even though low-key he did, but you know what I mean. I liked him better before. Most of these characters I liked them better in the earlier seasons. That goes for Styles as well. Scott, however, I liked him better in the later seasons. Malia, I actually felt bad for her most of the time. I love her. I think she was funny and she was a great addition to the show. Sometimes when shows add new characters, they don't really go so well. She was a great addition, but I feel like they didn't know exactly what to do with her, especially with Styles, which I'm gonna mention in a minute. Ian, I think his name is Ian, like Derek's uncle. I think he was like the bad guy in season 1. I think he's the one who beat Scott. I don't remember, but I really liked him. He was hilarious, and I wish he was in more episodes because I just loved every single episode that he was in. Liam came, I think, in season 4, season 5, and he wasn't bad, but he's just, you know, your new character that you don't really care about. And Mason, his best friend, he's also really cool. He was also, you know, human. With I think he was just human. The thing with Liam and Mason, and I hate when shows do this, is that when they introduce a new character and they have the exact same features, character traits than the other characters. Liam was basically a Scott, and he had the same situation as Scott, you know, being a werewolf, he was bitten. He was basically a Scott, and Mason being his best friend, he was kind of like the comedy relief, just like Styles, and he was just a psychic. So he was like the new Style, Liam being the new Scott, and Liam's girlfriend, that I don't remember her name, she was also like the new Allison, and I hate when shows do that. Just because we love a character so much, doesn't mean that you have to bring a new character with the same features. Just add a new character with different character traits. I will promise you, we're gonna, if there are good characters and a good addition to the show, we're gonna like them nonetheless. Theo, aka Mike from Pretty Little Liars, he was whatever. I love Isaac. He was my favorite character after Styles. I just love him. He was, and I was really sad when he left, but at the same time I was happy because the producers didn't really have a chance to destroy him. So great guy, love him so much. Now let's talk about the ships, and I guess this is where I'm gonna have to be careful because my opinions, from what I've seen online, they're kind of unpopular, so bear with me. I'm gonna talk about Styria first because they're the big ship that just, and the one that makes the less sense to me, or the one that I don't see it anyway. And the reason why is not because I like Malia and I don't like Lydia. It has nothing to do with that. I just feel like there was a horrible storytelling from the producer's part. Like, I feel like there was not that much of a storyline over there going on. For me to make my point, I'm gonna compare them to another ship that they're really similar to, and that's from the OC, Seth and Summer. If you've never seen the OC, you should totally watch it. It's a great show. It's amazing, and I want to make a video about it, but I feel like I need to rewatch it before I make the video. But it's an amazing show, just totally watch it. When I watched the OC for the first time, I was 16. I had already seen Teen Wolf, so when I watched it the first time, I thought about Seth and Summer, is that they were literally Styles and Lydia. I ship Seth and Summer, but I don't ship Styria, and here's why. Seth, just like Styles, he is socially awkward, he has social anxiety, he's a geek, he's not really popular, and he has had a crush on Summer since like the 3rd grade, just like Styles, right? And Summer doesn't know about it. And Summer is a popular girl, she doesn't exactly know about Seth's existence, just like Lydia. Lydia doesn't exactly know who Styles is, you know? So they have like the same, but why, in my opinion, Seth and Summer worked and Styles and Lydia didn't work? Well, because Seth and Summer, they literally, their relationship started early on in the series. In season 1, they kissed for the first time in one of the first few episodes. And then their relationship kind of flourishes. You can see Summer kind of freaking out because she likes Seth, but Seth is not a popular guy. It's just, you see all of that, you see the whole thing, and then Anna comes along and we don't talk about her, and then they start dating. They even get together at the end, they get married at the end, so they totally worked. But Styria, the thing is that they went with the whole thing of Styles having a crush on Lydia for the longest time, from season 1 to season 3. And they would barely talk, and when they had a conversation, she barely knew who he was. And then in season 3, they kissed, and let me talk about that kiss. I fucking hated it, and not because it's Styles and Lydia, but the context of the kiss was, he was having a panic attack and she kisses him. If someone has a panic attack, please don't kiss them. Don't do that. I hate that. That's just a romanticization of panic attacks. Don't. There's just way better things to do than kiss somebody when they have a panic attack. Please don't do that. So let's just get that out of the way. And nothing really happens between them. Styles starts dating Malia in season 4. And then in season 5, Styles and Lydia start getting together, but nothing really happens between them. And then out of nowhere in season 6, they have told each other what they feel, and she loves him. Like, when did that happen? The whole thing was just so confusing. Like, when did that fucking happen? Where was the storyline going on? Like, it never really happened. And I feel like the producers force it because everybody wants Lydia and Styles together. So the show was ending and they needed to do something about it, so they just rush it, and I hated that. I'm getting a little bit heated, so I'm gonna calm down and I'm just gonna end that little rant over there. But just to finish off, Styles and Malia, I personally do think they were cute. The way they started dating in that mental hospital, maybe not the best, but I do think they were cute together, and I feel like they care for each other, especially in season 4 when she was going back to high school and he was helping her and stuff. That was really, really cute. I totally hated when they broke up because it was such out of character for Styles to do something like that. He's someone that really cares about people and he doesn't want people to feel bad, you know? And I feel like he actually did care for Malia, so it was kind of out of character for him to just, you know, because the thing went along with Malia talking with Scott, and Scott sort of asked her, oh, what's going on between you and him? And she said something along the lines of, I don't know, I think we broke up. And there's no confrontation, there's no conversation between them. Styles just like avoids her, and I feel like Malia deserves better. So I'm just gonna leave that over there, and I'm gonna talk about Scott. Let's talk about Scott and Allison, another one that I personally don't ship. The first time I watched the show, a lot of people were shipping Scott and Allison. I was like, well, I don't really have much of an opinion, so I'm gonna rewatch the show. And since at the time the show had like, what, 4 seasons, I didn't care about rewatching it just for see that. And I mean, they have like 12 episodes, the first few seasons, so it's fine. So I'm watching it again, and they literally date for like 2 episodes. Because she is a hunter, and it's like they can't hang out, they can't date. I feel like they were cute, but there was not much to that. In season 2, they weren't together, and the fact that he had such a heartbreak from that, I was like, oh. And then Scott and Kira, I feel like they were really cute. But I feel like she was mistreated by the producers. I feel like Kira was such an interesting character, and I really liked her story arc, and just her being, I don't even remember what she was, but you know, like a fire, I guess, I don't know. I really liked it, and I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to see more from that, but the show literally just, oh yeah, she's gonna go to the desert and that's it. Also, the show is like white people everywhere, literally, except for like Mason, but Mason is a character that came in season 5, so I don't think it really counts for representation. The show is white, white, and white, just like every 2010s show, like Pretty Little Liars, The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl. It's just a bunch of white people, and they just throw a gay character over there just to be like, oh yeah, we have a lot of representation, we have diversity. It's not how it works, sweetie. And then towards the end of the show, Scott and Malia start dating. Low-key cute, but dating your best friend's girlfriend. I mean, he did kiss Lydia, so I definitely didn't watch the show because I would care for Werewolf. I don't. I only watched it because of Dylan O'Brien. I thought he was cute, and that's the reason why I watched the show. That's the reason why I kept going and why I kept watching the show. The show wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was good the first 3 seasons, like I previously mentioned. Then after that, it's just they totally miss out whatever they were trying to do. And even the whole storyline after season 3, they're just messy and they don't really exactly make sense, or at least not to me. Making this type of videos about these shows makes me kind of question why were these my favorite shows at some point. I feel like these are more like guilty pleasures, I guess. You know, they have so many problematic stuff that it's just a guilty pleasure at this point, kind of like Gossip Girl. Let me know down below what are your thoughts on Teen Wolf. If you enjoy the show, you agree with my opinion. If you don't, share your opinion. I will read it. I will appreciate it. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel, and maybe follow me on my socials, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.